Hey everyone. So today I have my favorite eye brushes. Janice, my subscriber, had asked me to if I would do a video on my favorite eye brushes. So I thought to myself, I kind of giggled because I thought about years ago when I first started doing makeup, like, the spongy applicators that we used to use, which I still use. I actually really like that to pack color on my lid. It kind of helps with the fallout, I feel. But yeah, I was thinking about that, and the brushes that you would get with your blush, and then with your powder, you use the powder puff, and how brushes are like huge now. I mean, I watched a video where this makeup artist bought a brush for $200, and I thought, I, but to each their own. Everybody, has things that they really like or that they're into. I just, these are brushes that work for my eye. As I told you yesterday, I have a small hooded eye. So I really can't use big, huge brushes, or it just won't work. So I'm going to start out with, like, applying to my lid. I either use a sponge applicator, and I'll buy, a little package, or if I get an eyeshadow from the drugstore, I will just save that. It depends. I use that sometimes I don't. But I do love the e.l.f. Professional Eyeshadow Brush, it's called. And there's what that looks like. As you can see, I would not compare this to like a MAC 239 or anything like that, but I will tell you that the brush is very soft. It is $1. The problem with brushes, unless you go to a store that sells, like Sephora sells brushes, MAC Cosmetics sells brushes, and you can like actually touch them, you're kind of going on, and a lot of these were bought on like recommendation type thing, or just me wanting to see how they are. So this for $1, I just bought 2 new ones, and I have two more of these. So I have 4 of these in total, and the other 2 I've had for at least 5 years, if not longer. They wash up very nicely. They dry very nicely. So for $1 to just pack eyeshadow on, I love that. Now, for me, doing crease work, depending on what I'm doing, I like this one from Coastal Scents. It's a 246. It's like a blending brush. A lot of times I use this to apply color in my crease. I don't use that for blending. I will use either a MAC 217, a Sigma E25, or the Coastal Scents. The number on this is BR250. So as you look at them, you would say, wow, they all look really pretty similar. My favorite is the MAC 217. That is, I think, $24. And then the Sigma E25 is, I think, $14. And this one from Coastal Scents is $4.95. So, as you can see, they're all been used. These 2 are the closest, which is the MAC and the Sigma. If you don't want to spend the $24, then Sigma E25 would be your best bet. I'm not affiliated with Sigma. I will link their, if I remember, I will link everybody I'm talking about down below, but I'm not affiliated with any of them. If you want to get 10% off, and you could find somebody that is affiliated with them, I think Tiffany D is affiliated with them. I don't know if Emily Noel is, but you can get 10% off. And they have sales like a couple times a year, but this is my favorite blending brush. Actually, is the MAC. I've had this since December, so it'll be a year, and to me this still looks brand new. This looks better than the Sigma. And like I said, Coastal Scents, if you don't have the money you know, even $14 is too expensive, then Coastal Scents, or even trying some e.l.f. brushes. You know, it's whatever works for you. Because you're going to see I use something for liner that's not meant for liner. For a regular liner brush, I have the Real Techniques Fine Liner Brush, which looks like that. I like this for gel liner, but I've come to really love the e.l.f. Professional Concealer Brush for my liner. As you can see, it's dirty because I used it today. I winged out my liner, not that you could see because the lashes are covering, but I don't know, I kind of just like a little bit of a thicker, I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know, I just feel like it works better. Like, I have the e.l.f. liner brush that's on the slant, and it moves too much. Like, this one is stiffer, and I don't feel like it applies too thickly. And if I want to make it look like I don't have liner on my my lid, I will use this and just go really close into the lash line. But you could also use your gel liner, and you could tight line using this as well. But Real Techniques, I do like their face brushes. I have other brushes from them that I really love. Also, for another blending brush, I have the E35 from Sigma. I really like this. This kind of reminds me of the 224 from MAC. This is when you really don't want anything precise. You really want to just, you know, especially like for a transition color, just kind of going in and just really smoking it out, because you're going to put another color in. But the E35 from Sigma, I do really like a lot. That's another one of my favorites. And then I have a couple of pencil brushes that I use often. And one is from Coastal Scents, and that is the C411 Pointed Blender. And then I have the Sigma, I think it's E30. Here's what they look like. As you can see, this one is old. Couldn't even tell you how many years I've had this one. This one I like more so for placing color in like the outer corner. This one I like more if I wanted to smudge out a little bit or go like in my crease. Not that I ever do a cut crease because of my hoods. Wouldn't be worth my time. But, you know, if I want to get like really into my real crease, I will use a pencil brush as well. I do use this a lot of the time. So, pencil brush, love those as well. I do have this one's a lot similar to the MAC 224. This is a Sigma E40. This is when you're really looking for, you know, but this one is big, so I don't really use this that often, once in a while. Those other brushes I just showed you are my favorite. But I would really suggest, if you're looking to get brushes, to be able to go and see them in person and see them live. Like, I heard that Sephora, their line of brushes is really nice. MAC, it's hard because, you know, when you're ordering them online, you're not getting to really, I mean, you could look at them, but you really can't touch and feel how they are. If they're soft, if they're hard, or, you know, scratchy. So you're kind of going on what people are recommending or suggesting. So my suggestion is, if you really don't have brushes and you're not really sure, I mean, even if you just go to MAC or Sephora just to feel the different brushes they have so you can get an idea of what you like. Soft is good, you know, especially on the eyes. You know, nothing is worse than when your eyes get irritated. These brushes, I can honestly say, I've had, the only one that I haven't had close to a year is, well, the Coastal Scents one that I ordered, and my MAC 217, which will be here in December. The rest of them I've had. They clean up very well. And how I clean my brushes, somebody also asked me that, and what I do is, making noise with my brushes, what I do is I take a bar of soap. I use Dr. Bronner's, like, almond soap, and I think I got mine in Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, I've used his liquid soap, which I really like. It comes in like a really huge container, but I get a bar soap, I put it into like a little Tupperware container that has a top on it. I wet the bar, and then I just take the brush and, wet it, soap it up. I go in my hand like this, and then I rinse and I pull so that, it doesn't look crazy, and then just put them on a towel and let them dry. I wash my beauty blender with the bar of soap. It works perfectly. I didn't feel the need to... I got a burp. I didn't feel the need to buy a specific brush cleaner. I do try to wipe my brushes off. I clean my brushes every Sunday, no matter what. Same with my beauty blenders. So every week they get washed. And then every so often I will use my Purity Made Simple. But that's not cheap, but it does really clean brushes very well. So if you want to try a bar of soap to clean brushes, that's a cheaper alternative, especially with the beauty blender. I know they sell a solid, but I have to tell you, my bar of soap works, to me, just as well. It's clean when I'm done. There's no stains. And I use, I don't use heavy-duty foundations, but mine, it is stained up. And when I'm finished cleaning it, it looks brand new. And I actually had bought mine from cherryculture.com, and if you didn't see my Instagram, Cherry Culture, I don't know how long, is having a 40% off sale. I had purchased my beauty blender when they were having 20% off, and my beauty blender is at least 2 years old. And I also have a Real Techniques, their beauty blender, as a backup. But that, if you want it, they sell beauty blenders on there. So, it's 40% off the entire site. So, you should check it out. They sell NYX. They sell a lot of the older stuff. They also sell Milani, LA Girl, Ardell. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, so those are my favorite brushes. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.